to Pop Off the Clock. I'm Brenda.
And I'm Yoseline. Happy to be here. Happy for you guys to join us.
Yes. On our 41st episode, we have a lot to go over from the week. Obviously, we've been seeing several people drop like flies from a famous management person, Scooter Braun. We're going to go over the list of people that have left his management and just some of the allegations or some of the rumors that are out there.
Yeah,
as to why
the empire is falling. We're also going to be talking about a pretty epic wedding that happened this weekend.
Yes.
It was like star-studded and in New Jersey. Of all places.
Yep, and New Jersey was all in attendance as well. And then lastly, it wasn't just this celebrity nuptial, but also one of a family. The Cyrus family had a little wedding, but it was nothing short of some drama. And Yoseline investigated, and she will have that for us.
Our family drama, the Cyrus family drama.
But before then, let's give the people what they want. Yoseline, they want to know, how have you been since
How have I been?
we've last seen you?
I feel like I'm still trying to catch up from the trip that I took.
Yeah.
I feel like I try to clean my apartment, but then it like somehow just doesn't seem to get cleaner. I'm trying to purge lots of clothes that I have. I'm just like,
It's that time.
I don't need 3 to 4 racks of clothes. Like,
Yeah.
that. Like, I don't need a closet and 3 racks of clothes outside my closet full of clothes. Like, I don't need
That's
that.
a lot of clothes.
That's
I
a
have
lot
like
of clothes.
1 rack of clothes, I think.
Wow,
in a
Brenda.
closet.
Yeah, I just don't need that. So that's kind of what it is. I'm just excited to chill this weekend. What did I do this weekend? I started Suits, and I feel like everyone's doing that.
I know. I want to jump on that bandwagon too.
I highly recommend it. I'm already on season 2.
Okay. And you
Episode
said
10.
Meghan Markle's actually a good actress.
Nice. Okay, I'm pro Meghan, so I'm not gonna. But I also wasn't like holding her to some high standard of
Yeah.
acting. But I'm like, oh, she's pretty good. Like, no wonder, like she was in her role for
As many years.
And
How many seasons is there?
it's like 8 to 10 seasons, I think.
How many episodes?
Like 16 episodes.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah.
That's not too bad.
But they're like an hour long, I think.
I mean, that compared to Love Island, that's 70
That's
episodes.
true.
So I think.
But I think like Meghan Markle, for example, she was this character, Rachel Zane, before she became like the Duchess. So I think her career was just steady and very low key because that was her acting. Like, it was a low key cult following show, but she was good enough to be like, never trashed for her performance or never really hyped for her performance.
What network was that show on again?
I want to say like TNT.
Okay, so TNT had those like good shows, but their actors were very low key. You know what I'm saying?
Like the guy, Gabriel, I don't know if it's Mac or Match. He plays like one of the main characters.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn, you're a cutie. Like, I think I would have. This show came out like in 2011.
Like, it started airing in
in 2011.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
It felt like it started earlier for some reason.
No, it was like,
I know that one guy, the one that comes in because he's like the con guy or something. He's married to the girl from
Pretty Little
Liars. So you're talking about the other guy, right?
the other guy, yes.
I know him from Because I Said So. Did you ever watch that movie with like
Yes,
Mandy
but I didn't
Moore
realize that was him.
Yeah.
Until like recently someone like brought it up to my attention. I'm like, oh, it's the same guy. But it's a really good show, so that's kind of what I've been focusing on. Not reading our book club book, but I'll get to it.
I have it. It's 400 pages, guys.
Yeah.
So if
I
you
literally need to start it like
But I feel like
tomorrow.
I've been reading it. I think I'm at 100 pages now.
Okay.
And it's good. Like, once you're reading it. But I typically read it at night, and I'm already super sleepy. Like, I can tell you last night I fell asleep at 10:40.
What?
Yeah, dude.
You didn't even watch my show? I'm just kidding.
I like fall asleep so early now. It's really sad.
I'm really jealous. I actually struggle to go to bed. I think I'm like right now I'm like, I'm so tired. I'm so tired. And then when I go to bed, I'm like,
You're
what
like
can
up
I do?
as soon as you get home.
Let's watch Suits. Let's clean my apartment. Let's do Damage. But I don't know. I think it's just some bad habits. And then in the morning, I'm like, oh, I'm so tired. But yeah, I've been keeping like a low profile. I don't think I did anything too exciting
Keeping it low key.
I don't know. Did I do anything this weekend? I feel like I just did. Oh, I get, the classic errands like Burlington, TJ Maxx kind of thing.
Yeah.
My friend Chloe and I, we went. So I'm just like, and all the Halloween stuff is out.
I know. I cannot wait. I started watching Ghost Adventures this week to get kind of in the spirit. And it's been fun to watch it. I didn't realize that there was Ghost Adventures and then Ghost Hunters. I think I used to watch Ghost Hunters as a kid. But it's on Max because Discovery added all of their stuff. So, yeah, I've just been kind of watching that. Got a haircut this week. Woohoo! I had been wanting to cut my hair.
How much did you trim off?
It was like 1.5 inches. It wasn't that much.
I'm going to go get my haircut like in 2 weeks, and a lot will come off.
I think I want to have it long for a little bit longer because I used to really be a short hair girl. And now I kind of like long hair on my face shape. So I kind of want to give it a shot and then...
You used to be like right here, right?
Yeah, I used to always have my hair like short or like no more than like here. And I've just been letting it grow.
Yeah.
Let it grow.
There comes a time in the summer where I just give up and I'm very like, I need it long or just like chop it off. And this summer was like the first one in a while that I haven't like
done something
to it drastically. So now that I'm going into the winter, I think I'm just going to like.
I'm so weird. I like having short hair during the winter. I don't know why. I guess I like the cold breeze on my neck. If that makes sense.
No, but I think that's it. You?
I've just been getting ready. Next week is finally time. I am gone after next Friday.
Okay, wait. Let's see. What day do you leave?
I'm officially off the 1st. Yeah, the 1st of the month. 1st through the 15th.
Okay.
1st through the 15th. Yeah. So I am... This past weekend, I was just getting everything together. I had ordered some dresses on Lulu's.
Oh, I love that shop.
And so I ordered some dresses. I really liked the way they looked online, but when I got them, I was like, I cannot wear this dress. I'm literally gonna look like I'm a bridesmaid when I'm not one. I'm just gonna show up and look like this.
That happens. There's weddings are tough. It really depends on the couple and their invitation because there's weddings where I go and people are wearing jeans and then there's weddings that I go and people are wearing 3-piece suits.
Yeah.
So it just depends on their vibe.
I have no idea, but what the vibe is, I ended up returning the Lulu dresses because I'm like, this feels a little too much. I got a dress at Target that looks very 90s slip dress kind of vibes, which was what I was kind of going for. So I found a dress. I got some stuff. I need to order a couple last minute things, but I'm pretty much set. I have everything, all the elements. Now I just need to prepare, pack, start putting everything and getting an idea of how much space I do have within my carry-on. And just getting everything, every last detail taken care of.
I'm excited for you.
I'm really ready to just relax.
Yeah. I hope it's a relaxing vacation.
Me too. I just want to have fun. I can't even believe it, honestly. It feels surreal.
Yeah, because you've been planning it for months, right?
For a while, yeah. And I haven't, taken this long of a vacation in, 2 years. So I'm, ready.
Didn't you go... Wasn't the camping trip last year?
No, it was 2 years ago.
What?
It was 2 years ago. That was the last time I went on, a 2-week vacation. Yeah. Whoa. So I'm I'm so ready. It's not even funny.
Yeah, you deserve it.
Yeah,
but yeah, that's kind of a recap.
That's us, guys.
That's us.
But now let's get into our headlines because we got a couple. There's just not that things have been quiet, but things have not been as heavy as, the last few weeks.
Okay, let's start off with the ones you kind of sent me right now. So we have these French bloggers are reporting that Kylie Jenner and Timothée Chalamet are actually in France right now, galloping through the countryside with his family. There's these pictures that have surfaced online that kind of shows, a couple, but they're in hoodies and face masks and
it's just their backs.
Yeah. Could it be them? Absolutely. Is it probably them? Probably.
Maybe, yeah.
It kind of looks like her body.
It looks like them. Like, that's how their vibe would be. Mm-hmm. But I was listening to Dumois' podcast, and apparently they've been together for 8 months now, which I can't believe it's been 8 months. But then again, it started in January. Remember, after like the new year, apparently that they've been together since the new year, and we're 8 months into the year.
I like that for them.
Me too.
I think it could segue into like Tom Holland's and Zendaya vibes, where it's like, we know they're together, they're glamorous together, but they're very like private about it.
And they've been taking a lot of pictures that look like they're in similar places. So she's right now on vacation in Italy or something too, and he has similar backdrops.
Like if she's posting that she was in Italy is a blink away from France. Yeah. Like Europe is so easy to travel that I wouldn't even be surprised if they.
It's like a 2-hour train ride, I'm sure, something
it's
along those lines.
Nothing for the rich. Another one, we have Sasha and Malia Obama are seen out partying after Drake's concert.
The Obama girls.
Yes, the former first daughter is looking very fashion forward. They're like it girls. That's what I like to call.
Malia is the oldest, right?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
She looks amazing.
No, Malia is this.
Malia's the oldest, right? I loved her hair. I love her outfit. Like, she's killing it.
I know she's in
like
the industry. Yeah. She's a writer. She was writing for...
She's writing with Donald Glover for that show Swarm. I know she had like a little bit in there.
Yeah.
And working on some other things, but at Drake's party, of course.
Of course. No biggie. Just, no biggie. Another one is that The Notebook is heading to Broadway. Yeah. Would you watch that?
Honestly, kind of yes. I don't know why. I like want to
laugh at you, but
it looks good. I mean, I loved The Notebook when I was younger. It was one of my favorite movies, so I wouldn't mind seeing a Broadway adaptation. I'm like, is it a musical or is it just like theater?
I think it's a musical.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Or like,
curious what kind of songs they came up with.
It would be I don't know.
Allie, I love you.
That's funny. I can't. Broadway, yeah, because Broadway are like, you have to have some music.
For the most part, like there's like the
Notebook musical.
Shows. Okay, musical. Mm-hmm. It's gonna be very 50s because that was like the time, like it was in the 50s.
It's not coming until February 6th, so we still have time to book our flights to New York.
Let's go.
Okay, so other headlines. Let's get into this one. People is reporting that after Lizzo, is set to sue several of her former dancers for alleged sexual and racial religious harassment, as well as poor working conditions. Earlier this month, the singer I cannot talk, guys. Okay, the singer's lawyer claims she plans to countersue for the plaintiffs alleged to the hypocritical behavior. So basically they're saying is that Lizzo's lawyer is saying that Lizzo is about to sue them too because they are acting like hypocrites. He actually shared pictures with people allegedly taken on the same nights that the things they're claiming happen. Mm-hmm. And it's a group picture of all the dancers with Lizzo and they're all smiling. He's basically saying like, you guys were happy in the photo. Yeah. Why are you alleging that you were forced into poor behavior during those days? And as I mentioned, now that I'm watching Suits, I'm very familiar.
I know. Leos was like, I have strong opinions about this.
I have very strong opinions. Now that I've watched 2 seasons of Harvey Specter, I call BS. Like, okay, if you file the lawsuit. If you think that these people are being hypocritical and don't have enough proof to say your behavior, file it. Don't just threaten them and use People magazine as your way to intimidate them, because you're going to let these dancers allegedly, make these claims about your alleged behavior, and it's not true. Say it's not true. You need to shut that down. And you should have put a stop to it the first day it came out.
I'm pretty sure they even knew ahead of it being released that it was going to be released. So if you actually had something to say about it, you would have already prepared yourself.
You would have already settled outside of the court with them and been like, hey, you're not going to win this in the court of law, so we might as well settle because these are the evidence we have. And make it make them sign NDA and make it go away. You see,
Yes, the attorney at law.
You know,
right here.
I'm tempted to go to law school now. But yeah, so I don't know. I'll see, as we said, we're seeing how this develops, and I actually didn't see this coming just because she hadn't spoken for so long. She made a statement, but it was still
kind of like
days after.
Like, I'm in shock by all of these.
Days after, and if you actually have legal evidence that what people are, you know, claiming that you did, you bring that out and you're like, stop, because this is really
her credibility is already being shot to hell right now.
Because at the end of the day, even if this goes to court and she is found not guilty or not complicit to anything, people will remember the headlines.
Oh, absolutely.
No one's going to go back and be like, oh, I read this. Let me see if the banana thing is fake or not. Like, no, they just already in your head, you think it's real.
That's why I should just come out with a counter right immediately after, but that was not the case.
Absolutely. So other legal stuff, not really legal, but I think it could lead to legal stuff. CNN is reporting that the founder of the disastrous 2017 Fire Festival, Billy McFarland, appears ready for round 2. McFarland, who served time in federal prison for crimes related to his involvement in the 2017 fest that fell apart in a grand fashion, announced on his Instagram page on Sunday that tickets for Fire Fest 2 were on sale, and then on Tuesday he updated his social media that the first batch of tickets were already sold out. And if this is true, you know, what's that saying? Like, the first time, shame on you.
Yeah. Fool
the
me
second
one time,
yeah.
Shame on you. Fool me, shame on me.
Like, why? People better not be buying this stuff.
I'm like, who is even signed up to perform? Like, are they going to just show up to hang out, listen to, like, I don't know, somebody's playlist? It's
with like sand sandwiches.
And like, who asked for this? Sorry, McFarland, nobody wants this Fire Fest. It's just ridiculous. There's like a million documentaries about the whole situation. Just move on. I
watched that documentary, and this guy gives like sleazy used car salesman, and I'm sorry, but don't trust.
I don't know how anybody helped fund this endeavor, this second endeavor. I don't know. It's just really
where
weird.
did he even get the money?
Exactly. Like, didn't you have to pay back everything?
You have to focus, like, the audacity you have of still planning an event, but you're not focused on somehow helping. I don't remember where it took place.
It was like in an area, right? Where
and they used all these local employees and never paid them.
Yeah. That's all, like, paying whatever he was sued for. I'm sure there was an element where he had to pay. How do you still have money to do this?
That's what I think. I don't think he does. But
it just seems like another fake idea.
Fire Fest.
Don't fall for it.
All right, so another one. According to Daily Mail, Taylor Swift is in no rush to do the halftime show, in part because she's kind of busy with other things, you know, like the Eras tour. A source puts it, Taylor is busy with her current tour, and she has zero time to prepare a Super Bowl show. She will do it eventually, but she is in no rush to do it in Vegas or to do it in the next couple of years. Now, this comes as reports came out that she had declined to perform this year for the Super Bowl. You know, other names are surfacing of like who has been maybe tapped on the shoulder. We had Bad Bunny on the list. We have Harry Styles.
I love him. Love it.
Who would be your pick?
I would see Bad Bunny, but it's like they haven't. I'm like, do they want to go current? Do they want to go classic? What direction do they feel like going? Because last year it was Rihanna. Before then it was J-Lo, right? J-Lo and Shakira?
No, it was that 90s with like...
oh, yeah. That one was good.
That was classic.
Like a medley. Maybe like 90 boy bands or like...
NSYNC.
Or just boy and girl groups.
Which, let me just add this story. Those NSYNC rumors that they're getting back together. So rumor has it that they've actually, this is just a rumor, it hasn't been confirmed, that NSYNC recorded one song for that Trolls movie because the Trolls movie is about a band coming back together. And Justin is in that movie.
I hate Justin, but I love NSYNC. JC Shazaz was my man when I was a kid. I loved that guy.
Okay, Brenda's so excited right now. You can see it in her eyes. So that's the rumor that they are actually they recorded a song together for like the characters and trolls that are a band sing.
Would they tour?
I doubt it. Justin would totally kill that. Right, Justin? I'm just kidding.
I would love to just see them get back together for 1 second.
For one night.
For one night only.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. They need to get creative. Like, don't just have one artist. Have, like, how they did it, like, the 90s. Like, do something, like, interesting. But I did see, I wanted to comment this because I thought it was so funny. It was, like, a video or a meme or a tweet where this girl was like, good thing the Super Bowl didn't get Taylor because it literally would have been all of us in attendance and nobody who actually wanted to watch the game would be in attendance.
100%. Like, these girls would buy those tickets so quick.
It's like there is no football game. It's just a mini Eras tour.
It would be Swifties all around. But yeah, so I don't know. I think I like Bad Bunny.
I would love, like, yeah, Bad Bunny, have international artists like Karol G, have, you know, all like Latino night.
I don't think they would do that.
They already did that, right?
Well, they can't. Yeah, and if you looked at the J-Lo and Shakira thing, like the J-Lo documentary, it was not easy for her.
J-Lo, I mean, I think J-Lo would be super mad if Bad Bunny had like a solo act.
Oh yeah, I could write a whole thesis on how messed up that was.
Yeah, I don't know.
But Harry Styles, but it's like also football and like
you got to think about like what. It's because it's mostly guys. I'm not being sexist. It's most predominantly male that watches the Super Bowl. What do they, who do they want to listen to? I don't know.
Do you like country singers? But like country singers never get picked.
No, like Tim McGraw.
Oh, that would be a good one. I like Tim McGraw. Faithful.
George Strait. Like do a country night. Carrie Underwood sings one of their songs.
Who's like it right now? I just could think of
Morgan Wallen. Isn't he like a big thing right now? There's like 3 country artists that have been dominating
but I don't think
billboards.
He's
like that big of a deal yet.
Like he's big within country. He's not like big, like world. Like if you know country, you know him.
Because I'm like maybe a band, but like a classic.
But
band,
I feel like if you know. Everyone knows Bad Bunny. Not that everyone listens to him, but they're like, whether you love him or hate him, you know who he is. I think Morgan Wallen isn't there.
No, like I don't know a single one of his songs.
Yeah, I don't know either. I just know for his controversies.
But yeah, I have no idea.
Yeah.
We'll just see. I mean, I'll watch it regardless.
I know. Just to judge.
I have to watch it.
So people's reporting that, the newest edition for this season of Dancing with the Stars has been announced. Miss Charity Lawson, the Bachelorette herself, is now the second star confirmed to join season 32 of the dancing competition. This is after Vanderpump Rules star Ariana Madix was also announced. The full cast will be revealed on Good Morning America during their September 13th broadcast. Season 32 of Dancing with the Stars premieres this fall on ABC. Will be streaming on Disney Plus and Hulu.
Woohoo, I'm so excited. Also, Julianne Hough is replacing Tyra Banks as one of the hosts along with, I always forget his name. Alfonso, yes. I'm excited about that. You all know that I could not stand Tyra on the show.
So we're good. So Alfonso's going to take the lead, and Julianne will be
doing those interviews upstairs.
Which we love to see her have a paycheck.
It's going to be like less awkward this time around.
Yeah, I think so. Unless people don't like her there.
I just feel like now the Huffs just dominate the show.
Yeah.
It's like Dancing with the Huffs.
I'm like, what? But yeah, we'll see. Speaking of Ariana Madix, she is coming out with a new book. She put on Instagram, bartending will always be my thing, and my new book, Single AF Cocktails, is my breakup album. The story of our relationship and the betrayal that ended it all, told through drinks. The book is on sale December 5th, and it would mean so much to me if you pre-ordered. You had sent me this on Instagram, and I kind of was like, is that a book cover? What is that? And then I was reading her caption, and when she said, this is my breakup album, I'm like, is she dropping a single called Single at AF Cocktails? But no, it's
a book. Yeah.
Because her and Tom came out with a cocktail book as a couple, and now it's...
Which, interestingly enough, when it was in the show that she got this whole book thing, she was supposed to do it by herself, and then Tom kept inserting himself into it, so then that's why they made it a couple book. But now she gets to do it on her own, like she always wanted to, so...
I'm glad.
Happy for Ariana. Woohoo.
Do you think she's too much in our face now? Do you think people are going to churn?
I think people are turning already. I think people are already getting tired of it, but it's like, this is the thing with when brands and stuff jump on the bandwagon, they start to, because it takes so long to push out like these commercials, all these things. When somebody's so much in your face in the beginning, you want them there, but when their deals start to actually come to fruition, it's like, okay, now I'm already tired of you. So they need to think about more timing wise how to push people in their faces.
But I think it's also up to her and her team to manage that. I don't know. Hopefully people don't turn and she gets some book sales. I mean, I think it'd just be great for her to be on, like, what's that book? The bestsellers authors list. It'd be a good, like, stick it to Tom.
I just hope her cocktails are good. Like, well, her cocktails, like, she was always a bartender, but I'm interested to see what kind of cocktails
we'll have Carlos try it out.
Take a little gander at it.
Yeah, so now, okay, so we had reported this last week, but apparently it happened this week. Rihanna has given birth to a baby boy, her second child, with rapper A$AP Rocky. The reports are coming in from Monday. The music megastar and beauty entrepreneur became a mother for the second time at the start of the month. Entertainment outlet TMZ is reporting. And congratulations, we said that last week. So another person that is has given birth is Serena Williams. She's given birth to a baby girl. She posted on Tuesday on Instagram almost exactly a year after her last match as a tennis star. Adiria River Ohanian? Is it the H silent for her husband's last name?
Oh, I have no idea how to pronounce his last name.
Ohanian? I think it's Ohanian. Is the second child with her, husband, or Reddit co-founder, Alexis Ohanian. I'm going to, pretend that's how it is.
Cute.
But yeah, that's...
Good for her. I didn't even know that she was
the
pregnant.
Cutest kid, so I'm glad there's more. More baby news. Sienna Miller is growing her family. The American woman actress, 41, is pregnant and expecting her second baby. She revealed as she was photographed in a bikini while vacationing in Ibiza. Miller spent time at the beach wearing a brown two-piece that accentuated her baby bump. So she didn't really announce it. They just got paparazzi pictures. More, not baby drama, but baby daddy drama. Keke Palmer and Darius Jackson, who share a 5-month-old son, have broken up after nearly 2 years of dating, according to multiple reports. And we were actually talking about last week's episode if they were together or not, because as you know, Keke Palmer and him kind of got into a little disagreement after Keke Palmer went to an Usher concert. She was looking super good in her super sexy dress, posted some pictures on social media. And this man decided to go on Twitter to say that she was dressed inappropriate for being a mother. And it kind of like blew up in his face and people were just defending Keke. And then she kind of became shady. And then she started Usher's new video making reference to what he was tweeting out about that night. But it was never clear whether this caused just like a tension, a disagreement, argument between couples or an actual breakup. And now reports are coming out that
confirmed. Which made sense. I mean, I feel like if he's willing to make a comment like that, he's not willing to be made fun of by the whole world. So she was probably like, peace.
It also makes it like, if you're making that comment on social media, what kind of comments are you saying in private?
Oh yeah.
So this is interesting. So we're getting an update about Euphoria. The famously traumatic Euphoria is about to get a whole lot darker. Series creator Sam Levinson is looking to the future. He recently told Elle and sees the third season as a film noir. He added that through Rue, the recovering teen addict played by Zendaya, he plans to explore what it means to be an individual with principles in a corrupt world.
I don't know. Just end it already.
Yeah. I think it reminds me of that one specific episode where she relapsed and she kind of like, we just kind of follow her
in the church when she goes to the church, right? And the chorus is going. That made me cry.
Like it's reminding me, and that specific episode I think caught a lot of attention for people just because how, you know, people that have experienced that or have someone that experienced that, they're like, oh, like it really did show what it's like. So I think my opinion, it got so much hype that he's like, let me make the whole next season just like this.
And also I just feel like maybe the cast is kind of over it, and it's like, how do we just end this with, because I feel like Zendaya would continue with the project because her and Sam Levinson have like, I guess, a good relationship. And I don't know, I just feel like would the cast still be down to do, it's just like with the writer's strike, with the actor's strike, projects aren't going to be starting anytime soon, and they're already almost in their 30s, or no, they're probably in their mid-20s, but it's just, like what else do you have to cover? I mean, Angus already passed away. It's just,
maybe if they do, like, I would recommend just doing like three big episodes and like just wrap it up, buddy. Just wrap it up.
Because what else do you have to tell, really?
So some scary moments also happened this week. Drew Barrymore experienced a frightening moment when an alleged stalker rushed the stage during her conversation with the Sex Lives of College Girl star Renee Rapp. In one viral video that referred to the person as a stalker, Drew stopped mid-sentence when someone in the audience called out her name. She said, "Oh my God, yes," with a smile. However, Drew's excitement quickly faded to confusion when the man who appeared to introduce himself as Chad Michael Busto began rushing toward the stage. "You know who I am," he said, walking just below the stage as security stopped him from getting closer. "I need to see you at some point while you're in New York." Renee took action as the man approached the stage, standing up calmly and ushering Drew out of her seat and off the stage, their arms wrapped around each other.
Yeah, Renee handled that. I think, Drew, I saw the video actually today because I hadn't really watched it. Drew looked so confused. She was like, "Hey, how are you?" And then Renee was like, "What the?"
Yeah, I don't like, Renee was, it's so interesting to me because I would assume as a celebrity, you're just like, this again, like, oh, okay, like, but Renee was just like, what are you doing? Like, it was so foreign to her, to the part where I don't know what instincts or what she saw that, like, honestly, if I was an artist and I saw that, I'd be like, oh, like, thanks for coming, like, wait for security to usher him out.
But he's like a celebrity stalker,
so
right?
Apparently he's like, has like all these like restraining orders, and not just celebrities, but women around New York. But Renee like got up and like ushered her away. They eventually came back out to continue their conversation, but like
Renee was like, Drew was like, it's okay, everything's fine.
Yeah.
Like, I just love Drew.
But Drew was just like, Renee, like, now I get your sex appeal. Like, you just took me. Like, you were my Kevin Costner from, what is it? Bodyguard?
Yeah.
She was like, you were like my Kevin Costner. Yeah, like, I see the sex appeal you have. Like, you just took me under your arm and escorted me out.
And I went with you.
Yeah. And I was just like, that's cute. But yeah, I'm glad nothing happened because I think we always forget, like, you know, there are times where there are the Yolandas of the world. Remember, there are that one girl that got killed, that she was like the voice, Grimmy or something like that. I forgot her name. She got shot at a meet and greet. She was like managed by Selena Gomez's parents.
Oh, she was on The Voice, the show. Okay, she was killed by a fan.
At a meet and greet, they just came up to her and shot her. She was.
They're like honestly the most vulnerable because they're on a stage full of crowds of people, and anybody could do anything to them.
Yeah. So it's just Christina Grammer, like that, something like that.
Okay.
Yeah, I just remember her being
Grimes.
Yes, Grimes. Christina Grimes. I don't know, but sure. Yeah, she got like, you just forget, like, people are crazy out there. Yeah. So let's talk about Miss Britney Spears. So this week, she posted a carousel of just interesting pictures and videos of her partying with men. And they're like kind of holding her.
Yeah.
I cannot find anything online for further explanation.
So random.
It was just really random who she's hanging out with. However, I noticed 3 things. Her name on on Instagram. It's still at Britney Spears, but like on the actual bio, it's like Maria Red Rivers. I don't know. And then sources are reporting to TMZ that her husband or ex-husband or soon-to-be ex-husband, estranged pair, now lives in a high-end apartment building in Los Angeles that she's paying for $10,000 a month. Yeah.
Cut it off, Brittany. Cut it off.
I'm just like...
Goodbye, Sam Asghari. And
like,
today, as of Friday... You'll be having new music from Miss Selena Gomez and Miley Cyrus.
Yes.
The tween poppers are former.
So they both announced that they're coming out with music. We talked about Selena last time, and then Miley came out.
It is
later.
called Single Soon.
Single Soon. I'm like, no, it's like she's saying the single soon. So hers is Single Soon. Hers is Used to Be Young, and they like announced that their singles are coming out the same day, but they also came out saying that let's support one another. Another music preview was Taylor Swift. So the re-recording of Swift's track Look What You Made Me Do from her 2017 album Reputation has made its global debut in a teaser for a new Amazon original series, and I'm so excited.
Reputation TV. I cannot wait for Reputation TV.
I was listening to like those videos fans make that like, oh, look how different this sounds. So it's like, look what you made me the original, the stolen version. It's like, look what you made me do. Like, it's super mad. Or the other one, the new one, it's like, do. Like, it's more like
sultry.
Smirk. So we love to see that. You guys all know that Reputation is our album, and when the Taylor version comes out, we might just pass out, might ask for the day off. But speaking of Taylor Swift, she is heading to Mexico this weekend, and we're so excited to see her in Mexico City.
Twitter will be active again.
That's what I mean. I'm like, we're going to be happy to see all this stuff. We're not heading to Mexico City.
My weekends are back on track.
But yeah, that's kind of, our quick headlines. We want to dive into our main ones
let's go into our main ones now.
So one of the big stories this week is major artists are reportedly ditching their A-list manager, Scooter Braun. Have you heard of him? He represents artists like Justin Bieber and K-pop star PSY or
Psy?
Is it Psy?
Yeah.
Okay, I was gonna say, is it
really? He represents Psy?
Yeah.
I don't know.
So those are some of the artists that are associated with the entertainment mogul, but it appears that he is losing some major talent. Ariana Grande, Demi Lovato, J Balvin are some of the artists that...
Idina Menzel
were some of the artists that came out this week announcing that they are no longer managed with him. Now, some sources are reporting that before these 3 or 4 artists confirmed that they were no longer working with Scooter, it had initially been rumored that Justin Bieber was looking to part ways from him. Scooter actually has been working with Justin since the beginning. He discovered him. So that's kind of big there.
It was in 2006, so it's been like almost like more than 15 years, I think. But so when the news came out, it was worded that he was looking for a new agency and manager. They shortly came out with a statement saying that that wasn't the case. So I sent you a Billboard article right now that said, and this is all from Dumois, they say that it's true that he was looking for somebody, but the thing is, he still has a lot of time on his contract. His contract with Scooter ends in 2027, so it's 4 more years, so he can't get out of that. But sources at Dumois also say that there's allegedly 2 sides to the story, that it could be 2 sides of the story. One is that Scooter didn't want to manage anymore, and that he had been saying that he wanted to wind down his client list more, and because he wants to spend more time with his family, he doesn't really want to do it as much anymore. And then the opposite side was that allegedly claims saying that he spent too much on the masters, Taylor Swift's masters. When he made the deal, he didn't cut himself too much of a share, that the divorce costs kind of isn't really going well, but that mostly it could be that, he's planning to retire from the business, or it could be that his clients know that something's on the horizon and they just kind of want to jump ship before anything major happens.
I think that if all you want to do is retire and you don't want to
Because I believe with Ariana Demi, I think their contracts were already up.
And it's just
and it was up to them deciding, do I want to continue? Because it's also like, has Scooter been doing enough for them?
That's the thing. Like, if
because Demi hasn't been.
She's coming out with a new album next month, and it's all covers of her hits, but in a rock version. And if you know, that's like her thing. So the thing for me is this: if you're gonna retire and step away and just like, okay, then do it with all of your representatives. Let Justin go then, because if you're gonna retire in 4 years, make a contract that Ariana is only gonna be you represent her for the next 4 years until you retire. That's like the weird part. It's not like, hey, I'm retiring by the end of the day, by the end of the year, so why should we continue being partners? I'd get that, but 4 years is a lot.
So it could just be they're probably unsatisfied with how he's been managing them. And, you know, in the Dumois podcast, they did bring up something interesting. It's very rare that we see managers have attention like he does. Like it's not a whole lot of talent managers are famous like him. So maybe it's just that unwanted attachment to his name and what it represents.
Absolutely.
He also, I don't know if he sold Ithaca, his like company, I don't know, to the people that own BTS or manage BTS, the Korean pop group, something along those lines. That was also a topic of conversation, but that's kind of what I found on the whole Scooter Braun thing. But I mean, it shows how much power he has if he's able to keep things hush hush as to why everyone's dropping him.
NDAs, baby, NDAs. Do you think I'm like, have we signed an NDA? Like, I think they're just like built in. It's a contract. At the end of the day, you just there are specific things that break NDAs, like sexual harassment and all that stuff. But I don't know. Like,
it's the mystery of Scooter Braun, man.
It must have been something big to piss them off, but not something big enough for legal reasons, or laws to unbind the NDA. You know what I mean? So I don't know. There eventually, like, but it's also like, who knows? Like, the fact that it's so hush hush.
I think something big is gonna come out soon.
I think so.
In regards to this,
the IRS.
Because I feel like if people want to know more, there's people that are gonna go find that information. So now that the story's kind of already opened up, people are gonna open it up even more.
Anonymous sources.
Yeah, exactly. So we'll keep you
posted, especially if it has
to
do with like the business and the corporation aspect of his management. Then for sure it's gonna come out. But what has coming out is a big weekend this weekend. This happened. Jack Antonoff and Margaret Qualley have tied the knot. The maid star, 28, and her music producer fiance, 39, married in a star-studded ceremony in New Jersey on Saturday, attended by celebrity guests, you know, Taylor Swift, Channing Tatum, Zoe Kravitz, Cara Delevingne, and Lana Del Rey. Qualley was photographed holding hands with her new husband and later arriving at a post-wedding party wearing a custom white Chanel halter wedding dress and matching with white custom Chanel Mary Jane flats. But yeah, that's kind of a wrap of what she was wearing.
Exclusive.
I don't think it was. I think it was a People exclusive. People had all that.
People.
Yes, unless People's are like... It just doesn't make sense. People's weren't like, hey, we're with People, but it makes me think that maybe they didn't sell it to anyone or give anyone the exclusivity, and People just happen to have cameras on there.
Maybe.
I don't know. Or maybe Vogue will get it. I think for me it's Vogue level.
Yeah.
Just because he's hot. Like, okay. There's this debutante ball in Europe.
And she was in it?
Have you heard of it?
The one with Lily Collins, right?
Yes.
The one that Lauren and Whitney went to.
Yes. She was in it too.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's what I read somewhere.
She's honestly, what she wore was on point, on brand for her. I feel
not like on point, on brand, because it was
no.
Okay.
I know, I didn't really. her hair was really short too. It's shorter than
I could have, like, the halter dress she wore. We don't know what she wore, if that's the same thing she wore as the bride, like on the ceremony. That was the after party. It could have been an after party thing. What she wore for the rehearsal dinner. Did you see it?
Yeah, the puff sleeves. I felt like I was back in the 80s.
I was just like, what?
Yeah, she has a very certain aesthetic.
Another person that's getting, I guess, not hate, but comments.
Swifties?
No. Oh, yeah. No. Okay.
Can we just address this really quickly? We're Swifties, but I would not in any way go stalk somebody at a function. She's at a function, guys. Let her live for a second. She's not going to go sign autographs. She's not going to put on an impromptu concert. Like, what were you expecting? Like, how embarrassing, honestly.
It is embarrassing because we all know she's not going to do anything because she's a guest at someone. And, like, to make it worse, it's a wedding. She's not going to try to take the bride's attention. Like, you know, even though Jack and Margaret.
Shutting down streets.
Like, people, yeah, it was bad. It was, guys, it's
what
embarrassing.
What were you expecting? I don't know. I just don't know.
She wasn't going to, I mean, she was polite that first time she walked out when she was wearing the black outfit. Yeah. She's like, oh, hey.
The next time around, she had to go through the back to avoid you guys.
Embarrassing, New Jersey.
I'm sorry. Like, I'm a Swiftie. I can understand wanting to see her.
Absolutely.
But I'm sure many of y'all went to the concert.
Yeah.
So...
And it's like, it's just...
A lot of people are comparing just this whole thing to Beatlemania, Swift Mania. It is right now. It's
Where were you? I'm just kidding.
Where were you?
10 years ago, bro. No, I'm just like, it's kind of embarrassing. Like, act right. And I get it. Like, you want to see her in a glimpse, but like...
Respect her privacy, because I feel like she puts a lot out there for everybody already. Like, these are the few moments that she has to herself and
she's
her
a
friends.
guest. Like, how embarrassing. Like, she's a guest at a wedding. It's not her wedding. Like, if it was her wedding, I'd get
understandable.
It's like, who wouldn't want to see, like,
her in her wedding dress?
But who wouldn't understand that your fans would want to, like, go support you on your wedding day? But she was just a guest.
I wonder how Margaret felt. Like, I'm sure Jack was kind of like, oh, whatever. But I wonder how she felt. I feel like she was enjoying attention being there, but it wasn't going towards her. It was going towards, like,
but she had such a star-studded guest list that I was just like, okay, even if Taylor wasn't there, she has so many celebrities.
It would have been a crowd, but it wouldn't be shutting down streets and blocks.
Yeah. It was insane. I do love, though, that Taylor Swift was kind of the third wheel to Zoe Kravitz and Channing Tatum. And she gave a 15-minute speech at the wedding, allegedly, Page 6 is reporting. So what I would give to listen to that speech, a lot. But not stand outside a restaurant. Like,
I love Jack and Taylor's friendship.
I do.
So I'm happy that, well, I don't know. I still can't believe that they're married. It doesn't feel like...
Jack and Taylor should have gotten married.
Imagine.
No, they're like brother and sister if you actually see them. But yeah, that's kind of the big, you know.
But it wasn't
wedding.
Just one wedding this weekend of a celebrity couple. It was also the mother of a celebrity.
Yeah, so we all know Tish Cyrus because she is Miley Cyrus's mother. So Tish Cyrus and actor Dominic Purcell are married. The producer and mom of pop star Miley Cyrus wed the Prison Break actor in an intimate ceremony in Malibu, California over the weekend, according to multiple reports, including USA Today and Page 6. Now, these are true paparazzi pictures because they're taken from a helicopter. Now, there's a little family drama. So in these paparazzi shots, we see, obviously, Trish and her husband on, like, in the ceremony. Then she has bridesmaids. She has next to her Miley Cyrus, Brandy Cyrus, and 2 other girls. Now the question is, where's Noah Cyrus? Then Trace Cyrus, which is the older brother of the clan, he posts a picture of Trish, the mom, Brandy, Miley, and himself as little kids and kind of like commemorating the day, which is kind of like, oh, you didn't include your other brother and your other sister. Well, then you go to their social media, Noah Cyrus and her her other brother, the youngest brother, Bryson or Brandon, I don't know. They are both just walking around a Walmart that's under construction, and then they post a picture of them together, like kind of like hanging out. And she's wearing a Billy Ray Cyrus T-shirts. Now
like,
there
out
has
of all
been
places, Walmart.
Now there has been some reports of family drama when Tish and Billy Ray divorced, because right after their divorce, Billy Ray started dating this much younger girl, Fire Rose, who was actually
on the Hannah Montana show, right?
She was in Hannah Montana she's Miley's age. So he met her when it was the same age as her daughter.
When he was like, sweet niblets.
And there was just tension, a lot of following and unfollowing between brother, sister, mother during that time. At this time in the wedding, there's reports saying that Miley follows her mom and like Trace, not her dad. And Noah does not follow Miley and like Brandy and the mom.
Noah doesn't follow Miley?
Yeah. So it just kind of split. Like, the two youngest are like Billy Ray, and then the three oldest. You have to remember though, Brandy and Trey Cyrus are only Tish's
kids. Yeah.
Tish's kids, but Billy Ray adopted them. So yeah, that's little family drama, the Cyrus clan.
I mean, Noah and Miley were really close recently. I can't believe that would split them up. I just think that's so crazy.
It's really sad.
It is. But
I wonder what it is. Like,
it has to be something with what happened with their
divorce. It has to be, but like,
must have gotten really messy.
But at the end of the day, like, you know, you're either a good wife and a good mother. Like, you can be a bad wife and a good mother. You could be a bad mother and a good wife.
It's unfortunate because they were extremely tight knit, like for
Family.
the longest time, like extremely tight knit, and. You know, Trish and Billy Ray broke up and got back together, and then that's when they officially divorced. And it wasn't even that long ago that they divorced.
No, it was. It's been a year. Yeah, it's been a year.
So they're both. He's engaged, right?
Yes, he's engaged.
Okay.
She was like dating, engaged, married within the year. Which, I mean, her husband's pretty cute. Like, they're like a hot older couple. Like, I see them.
I see it.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, she's like a rocker
And it makes
girl.
sense that Miley stays with Trish because I feel like she's always loved her mom the most, for sure.
Like, her mom was like there.
Yeah.
Like, to the point where I think she like forgot about her other kids.
And I'm curious because today, Thursday, which is when we're recording, she's releasing that little special
on ABC.
And she looks like she gets really emotional. I wonder if she's gonna bring up the divorce,
like her parents and
yeah,
stuff.
and like the impact.
Probably
that had.
they're pretty like. She's pretty
It was
open
pretty
with like control.
Yeah, like they were. Like I said, they were such a tight knit family. It's it's crazy that they are broken up like this.
Yeah. But now moving on to
the finale.
The finale of The Bachelorette. So a lot of stuff happened. Let me just give you some Bachelor news. So we have Hannah G and oh my God, I forgot his name.
And Dylan.
Brandon?
Dylan,
Dylan.
right?
Are finally married. Congratulations to that.
I didn't
couple.
watch I didn't watch anything that they were in,
Honestly,
but I just know them from social media.
They gave off the vibes of, hey, we're texting, let's both go on the Paradise and just like pretend to fall in love, like that. And then that's it. Even though there was kind of some drama in the beginning, I think she was texting another guy and like they try to pull that like, ooh, who is she texting? Like, two guys are interested in her, but I just
feel like they've been engaged forever.
They have.
It's been 4 years, right? Or something like that.
It's been a while. But again, like, I wouldn't blame them. You know, at the end of the day, you fall in love on reality TV and you want to make sure that.
And Paradise has a breaking record for couples, honestly. So
we're just happy to see them there. The other thing, who else? Do you just want to go through The Bachelorette before I announce The Bachelor?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, actually, no. They did announce. Oh no. Really quickly, there is a announcement for, since The Bachelorette is over. Obviously, the next part of the franchise is Bachelor Paradise, and we've been talking about the Golden Bachelor. Well, guys, ABC, like, I don't know,
doesn't really like us.
It doesn't like us. They found out what day we recorded and decided we're going to be airing the seasons on Thursdays, and it's going to be the Golden Bachelor and Bachelor in Paradise back to back. So it's 3 hours of television every week, every Thursday. So we're going to kind of figure something out because we want to obviously recap it as concurrently. Is that all right? As current as possible. So we need to figure something out, but it's going to be tough, obviously, because that eats into our recording time.
Yeah, because typically the show airs on Monday. We record a reaction by Thursday night, and it's posted by Friday. So you get to recap the episode by the end of the week. So if you didn't catch it on Monday, you have the week to watch it and then hear our thoughts at the end of the week. However, because now they air on Thursday
at
night,
the end of the week,
at the time we record, we would be a whole week behind.
Exactly, because we can't record on the same day we release just because of the process it takes to upload the episode. It's just a really long process.
And it's also a 3-hour episode. So I remember last year for Bachelor in Paradise,
they had 2 nights.
2 nights,
2 hours.
2 hours each.
That was
I would
hard.
have to like watch 1 hour after work, 1 hour in the morning while I got ready, and like it's a whole
it's
thing.
A commitment.
Yeah.
So, and I was trying to figure out, why are they doing this? I mean, like, give it some time, but I mean, logistically, they need to pump all these out soon, because the Golden Bachelor really just kind of changed everything for them.
I also believe I could be making this up, but I think the writer's strike probably has something to do with it.
Maybe.
The things that are already recorded and produced, ready to go to the fall, they're probably pushing it back as much as I can to fill in.
And also, football season is starting, so a lot of time slots, like Monday, kind of hard. ABC, I don't know if ABC airs. No, Monday Night Football's on another network, but there's just like a lot to play. So we're gonna try to figure that out for y'all, so you don't feel like anything has changed. But just keep in mind that they did announce Golden Bachelor, Bachelor in Paradise is coming back September 28th, starting at, I believe, 8 p.m. Central Time, 7 p.m. Eastern Time, 10 Pacific Time. What is
10 is 2 hours behind us Pacific Time.
So what is 7 Eastern Time and
so
Pacific
it's not
time?
Live, so it would be like The Bachelor, like in California, it's like 9 p.m. their time.
Okay, so it's gonna go on until like 1 o'clock in the morning or something.
Yeah,
that's ridiculous. They need to think about everybody. But anyways, so they made that announcement, and obviously, Monday was the finale, and also AFR. We got to see who Charity picked. It was between Joey and Dotun. I cannot believe when we started this, remember with our predictions, who we thought was going to make it far. Obviously, we thought Aaron B was going to make it pretty far.
Yeah.
He made it to the third, which was kind of the surprise. I knew Charity was going to send him home. It's just like, you are so much farther along with Dotun and Joey. Aaron B is not even in the same playing field. But we learned that he's going to Paradise, so hopefully he finds what he needs over there. But I mean, going into this episode, she felt very extremely strongly about both of these men, and
she was shocked that
hard to watch. Honestly,
it was very hard to watch. This is why, because in past history, when you say I'm in love with this person and I'm in love with this other person, when you start saying love, whoever you pick, when they rewatch the season, they kind of have an issue with your like, what do you mean you were in love with 2 people?
Yeah.
Or what do you mean you said I love you to someone else too? So not only was she was vocal about being shocked that she never thought she could be in love with 2 people, but she was. But I don't know.
I think she was infatuated with Joey because he's a nice guy. He's good looking.
On paper,
he's perfect. But that little snag in their relationship was the hometowns, when his uncle was like, "You're not getting the real Joey," and that kind of just puts into question not who he is, but whether he acts differently around her.
Compatibility.
Exactly. Whereas with Dotun, it was just a love story from beginning to end. Like, I'm not gonna lie, anytime that they would be together, I would get emotional and cry because they are just so beautiful. Like, I love them.
He is so cute. And the fact that he kept saying, like, I never thought, like, I didn't, like, not that I didn't believe in this reality TV situation, but he was very, like, I came in with an open mind, but I'm so surprised how much I'm in love with you. But I don't think it's like, oh, reality TV, made me fall in love with this person. It was just like, no, this was just your story and how you were meant to meet your person. And that's why it fit.
And I learned that it was a friend of his who was supposed to be on the show, and he couldn't do it. So he was like, do you want to take my place? And Dotun said, yeah. And it's crazy that that's how they
hometown boy for the win.
How they met, right?
Yeah, hometown boy has, taking the win. He's from Fresno. I'm from Fresno. Woo. We actually, if my placement is accurate because of his hometown date, we're actually from the same part of town. So
that's cool. And you said your friend lived nearby his house.
Yeah, that part where Charity is walking down the creek. It's where people in high school would go and
drink and party.
Yeah, I don't. So it's cute. But it also makes me question, where was he when I was single in Fresno?
He's super tall, so you couldn't have missed him.
I'm kind of mad. Okay,
but so we started off with the episode. Obviously, it's AFR, so we get into, in this last one, that's when the guys meet Charity's parents and her family. It was her parents and her sister. Joey was the first one. That went amazingly. His parents loved, and Joey is a smart, intelligent guy in his emotions and also society-wise and aware of the fact that he is a white man. And I'm glad that he asked about the biracial thing, because that's obviously an important conversation, and he addressed it right off the bat.
Yeah.
Which I think made them respect him even more.
100%. I think so, too. I think he's been very aware of that situation, and as much as, you have to just talk about it, deal with it, and that's the way how you become a supporter of it.
But they loved him.
They loved him.
Obsessed with him. So I was like, okay, they had Joey. Dotton's going to come in. He's going to knock their socks off. I was surprised by the reaction from her parents. It made me sad, honestly.
Because they loved Joey. Loved him. And then it was so different when Dotton. Yeah. I guess it just, even though it just doesn't add to the love story, it was just kind of a hiccup where it could be a deal breaker, it could have led to that.
I think that obviously confused. She was so excited to put Dotton there, and she was automatically disappointed by the reaction. I feel like that was very telling of the fact that she wanted Dotton more, because she was not satisfied with
the reaction
that they had. And so I think the reason why she kept asking her mom and she was battling with it is because she wanted Dotton, but she wanted the reaction that they gave Joey to her. And it's am I picking the right guy then? If my parents feel so strongly about Joey and I don't, am I supposed to get there? So I understood her struggle there. Yeah. And then it goes into AFR back and forth. Obviously, leading up to the engagement part, they always send the first one in, and that's the person that's gonna lose, obviously. So Joey goes, and the way she reacted did not seem like he was the loser. So they were going off back and forth about how much they loved each other.
And she said, "I love you." And I was just like, wait, I
thought we were breaking up?
Because it's so funny when that first person comes up, and then they always put that shot of the person coming out of the car and the live audience, and they're like, yeah. I'm like, really? Are we surprised? But yeah, it was very sweet. He was so sweet.
He was. And they were going back and forth. The only thing that broke and finally was okay, you're not the one, is he was about to kneel, and she had to be like, no, I'm sorry, and
then starts crying,
and I was crying. Yeah. Oh my God.
The fact that he was just it's okay, and I'm like,
Joey's such a good guy. So right after we see that air, obviously it's back to the AFR studio, and he has that talk with Jesse. He says that he still really much cares about Charity.
They bring her out.
They have that conversation. But I feel like just, once the show has already been refilmed, I think her and Dotton got very far. So I don't think she's in that same place as she was.
No.
When they said goodbye.
No. I don't
think I don't feel like he is either.
I think they were just nervous and for it to be awkward, you're about to see an ex. Doesn't mean you have feelings, but there are times where you still see that second place person be like, wow, this is gonna be hard because I still have feelings for this person.
His eyes were watery.
That that girl from that one season.
Oh, Gabby.
Yeah. Like, she could tell this girl was heartbroken and, like, still had feelings for him, but still hate for him. It was just a lot. However,
he is the new Bachelor.
Joey came back out to announce that he is the new Bachelor. He is
which
so
nobody
adorable.
was surprised by. Honestly, Bachelor, you all need to be better about how you plant these, like, audience members. Like, one of these girls is gonna be on the season of The Bachelor. Yeah, like, that was so cringy. And of course they picked the girl from, well, I'm not even gonna say it because I feel like it's just with the timing of everything. I feel like they were specific in who they put in the audience.
Yeah, like, it was
for like timing purposes. I'm not gonna say it, but yeah, it was just really awkward. The final part where they like have her come up and they introduce, like, why do you do that?
Yeah.
Remember with Zach where they had some of the girls,
like 3 girls.
Why do you do this? It doesn't make any sense to me. And it's only with the guys. They never do it with the girls.
They didn't? No, I don't think they
didn't do it
have.
with Charity. They never did it with Gabby. Like, what is up with like the guys? Like, we have to do something special for the Bachelors
to hype people up. It's not working. It's just cringe.
It is super cringe. And yeah, and then we got to see the engagement of Dotun and Charity, and it was just beautiful.
The ring was really nice.
Beautiful, too. Yeah. And you know, when he kneels down, he's like basically at her height, which is so wild to me.
Yeah, it was cute. And then of course they bring out the couple. And they kind of go over, they're very happy right now, and that's awesome. You know, they asked her about engagement, but she said sooner than later, but we're not in a rush, which I think is the best way to kind of set that
ABC
up.
just loves to give away prizes. This time they didn't give people a down payment on a home.
Yeah.
This time they gave them a trip to Greece, and they announced that she's going to be on Dancing with the Stars. Yeah. And I forgot that Charity's a cheerleader. Wasn't she a cheerleader?
Was she?
I think so.
Maybe like a...
No, like she was on like a college collegiate cheerleading, I think.
Oh, snap.
That
I mean,
or somebody else.
Gabby,
yeah.
well, Gabby was a cheerleader, remember? But Gabby was...
she was in the audience, yeah. Oh, and then also, obviously, during the show, they were promoting BIP, and, you know, there, Brayden and Ricci were hanging out, like...
Cringe.
Cringe. And it was just really weird with the whole, like, Katie and that other girl. Like, which would you rather be with?
Which, by the way, they hated each other in their season.
Yeah. And, like, would you rather be with Joy? Would you rather be with Dotun? Like, they both know that Dotun and Charity are together. So it's like, I guess they both want to be with Joey, but it's like you have to balance it out. And, like, they're not going to actually be on the show and get picked. I don't know. It's just so cringy.
I do think that... I do think that the pick for The Bachelor was a good one, and I'm actually excited to see his journey because I want to see what type of girls. Like, TikTok, I don't know, I mean, TikTok is probably, like, feeding me all this stuff, but a lot of girls are like, who is this man? Like, sign me up. And I'm just
he's cute. The fact that in the beginning I thought he was going to be the villain in the show. He ended up being the Bachelor. I can't believe it.
I'm going to look back.
I knew there was something about him.
Yeah, just couldn't, if it was hate or love, you know?
I know, right? Well, that was this season of Charity Lawson. I think she did great as the Bachelorette.
She was so beautiful.
She had some really great guys on there. And yeah, we'll see how their love story pans out.
Yes, and we'll keep you guys
for the
updated.
Best, because honestly, I think they're my favorite Bachelor couple.
Like, they're like, they're actually in love.
Yeah, they are in love.
But yeah, we'll keep you updated to see how we try to format so we could still, you know, cover The Bachelor in Paradise and The Golden Bachelor. So we're excited to, you know, those new seasons of the franchise. And again, just a reminder, before we wrap up, we're still reading our book for the month.
Let me bring that out.
More That You'll Ever Know. It's by Katie Gutierrez.
Katie Gutierrez.
And yeah, so Brenda's reading it. I'll start it this week. Just me. Oh, you know what? It looks super thick. So I'm very intimidated right now.
Yeah, so I'm like, it's 400 pages, so...
It's just 100 more than our average books. But, you know, read with us. We'll probably be posted next month. So just read with us. Any updates, follow us on Instagram, Pop Off the Clock. You'll find our handles there. And just, you know, have fun with us as we try to listen to some new music this weekend.
Woo! All right, guys. Have a great one.
Bye.